Hey, how's it going? It's Augustus, and I'm here to speak with you on a couple of things. But today, mainly, I'm here to speak with you on diligence. This is something that that the Lord put on my heart to speak with you guys about. This is a big one. Is something that is overlooked, but I think deep down everyone understands that they need it. The only thing is, how much do we pay attention to how much we need diligence? Diligence, momentum, work ethic, these are all words that we're familiar with, maybe not diligence, but these are terms that we need. And I promise you, if you grasp this, if you utilize it, then it will change your life. So, diligence, first of all, is not something that you wake up with. Diligence, a lot like wisdom, you have to study it. I mean, you have to understand the basis of it. Diligence is not something that someone can give you. It's nothing that someone can teach you. I mean, you could grow up around an environment of diligent people, but that won't automatically make you diligent. Usually, diligence, it comes with a motive. There's usually a motive behind it. Some people, they have a love for something or someone. Some people have a hate for something or someone. Some people have a need for something, or just an obscene want. But either way, diligence usually comes in when there's a pull for something, and that pull has to be strong enough for that person to wake up and say, you know what, I need something to do. I need to work towards getting this thing. I need to work towards making this thing happen. If you see any person with that kind of mind state, you better believe that there's something that's pushing them. What I love about diligence the most is that when you live a life of diligence, you live a life of purpose. Diligence is wrapped around a purpose. Now, if you have a purpose, but you don't know it, chances are you're not going to be diligent, at least not towards your purpose. If you have goals, that's not going to automatically make you diligent. If you have plans, that's not automatically going to make you diligent. But if you've seen someone get hurt, if you've seen not physically with your own eyes, but if you've ever seen a young child get molested, if you ever seen a senior get mugged in the streets, if you ever seen someone get hurt, violated in any way, how many of you know that you're going to put some part of your life towards helping people in that situation? See? And when you've seen certain things, it pushes you in a specific direction based on your heart. See, when someone sees things like that, they could say, man, there's some real mean people in this world. There's some real hurtful people. So I'm going to just take out all of the hurtful people. Someone could say that. Or they could say, you know what? It's a lot of kids getting molested. It's a lot of seniors getting mugged. It's a lot of people getting violated. Let me educate them on how, and educate people on how they could avoid this. See? And it's all based on your heart. If you have a heart that you don't really like people, you know, you wake up, you don't want to be around people too much. It's one thing to be exclusive, right? It's one thing to be to yourself. But if you just don't like people, then it's probably not the best thing for you to be a diligent person. But if you love people, if you love seeing people, you love talking to people, you love being around people, then diligence for you will probably end up in helping people and putting smiles on faces. See, and it's very important to make sure that your heart is right before you even become diligent in a thing. Now, there's some people where they wake up and it appears that this person is just naturally diligent, but trust me, there's something that's pushing them. Now, the good thing about this is you don't necessarily have to see bad things to become a diligent person. You don't necessarily have to witness horrible things happening to people. You don't even have to witness people getting blessings in their direction all the time, right? So that you could say, oh yeah, I want to bless them. You know, I want to bless other people as well. You don't necessarily have to see anything to become diligent. Not events in your life, but what you do have to do is you have to have a push, a motivator. You need gas. Just like any vehicle needs gas in order to run and to operate efficiently and effectively. You want to make sure that you have some kind of gas that's pushing you. My gas, I'll tell you, I'm running on high octane. And that's why, you know, I put out these videos, because I want to, that's why I'm writing these books. That's why I'm writing Proverbs every day, because I know that there's people out there that they want to have high octane gas, you know, and I know that I have wisdom from the Lord that can bless others so that they could rightfully use their gas. But just to get back on point, when it comes to diligence, the first thing you want to do is you want to find out your purpose. The number one key to finding out your purpose. What do you hate? If you could figure out what you hate, you could figure out what you were here or called here to fix. Now, I'm going to repeat that before I go on. If you could find out what you hate, you could find out what your purpose is for you to fix. That's your purpose. Is it seeing drunk drivers hurt people on the road? Is it seeing someone get killed innocently by police? Is it seeing people getting bullied online and committing suicide? What do you hate? What makes you cry whenever you hear about it? If you find that out, you find out your purpose. Secondly, once you found out your purpose, you need to examine your heart. Now, this is something that a lot of psychologists will take years of schooling to figure out. But what they won't tell you once you're done paying thousands of dollars to talk to them is that they go home and they deal with the same stuff. I don't think anyone should be called an expert that hasn't practiced that study in their own lives. I honestly don't think that's an expert. I think that's someone that's certified by law to practice and to teach other people. But I don't think they're certified by God to teach other people how to deal with their lives. Because that's not an expert. If I'm paying you $1,000, you tell me what's wrong with my life, but you go back home and you deal with the same thing. You're not an expert. And I've paid you in vain because I was ignorant enough to believe that you were an expert. So you want to examine your heart. The way you do this, you go to the Word. I know there's a lot of people from other denominations, other religions, that may not agree with me necessarily. But one thing that I can say is, one thing that a lot of other religions have in common, I believe that mainly all religions have in common, is that they believe in a creator. If you're searching for God, search for him. Search, keep searching. Keep searching with all of your might till you find him. Because I promise you, it doesn't matter if you're Christian, Buddhist, Hindu, Catholic, Mormon, whatever. If you search hard enough, and you search every avenue, you'll find it. So, go to the Word. Let the Word saturate your heart. Let the Word saturate your being and saturate your mind. What will happen is you'll have a change of heart. You'll learn the main key to gaining your a better heart, to cleansing your heart, is to learn and to walk in love. It's a lot easier, and millionaires won't tell you this because they're still learning, but any billionaire, any real billionaire will tell you, it's a lot easier to make money when you're helping other people out than it is when you're looking for people to do you favors. It's a lot easier to benefit in life when you're helping people out than to be looking for people to be doing you favors. A lot of business deals and transactions are nothing but a series of people asking each other, what are you going to do for me? What can you do for me? Yeah, this is what I can do for you, but what can you do for me? I tell you what, if you lower your price, then I might do this for you. If I raise my price, then I'll do this for you. You know, where's the money? What can you do for me? But if you pay attention to most billionaires, people gave them money. I mean, it fell in their laps because all of them said, I have this idea. It's big. And of course, they licensed their ideas. They went through the licensing. They said, this is an idea. It's big. It's ground shaking. Who wants their problem solved? And people gave them money. So, if you can walk in love, if you could live a life that's wrapped around love, to where everybody that sees you, you know, you could come to a house party, right? To a kickback, to a epic party, right? Any type of shindig, right? And everybody that sees you, you know, how do they see you? Do they say, oh wow, it's that guy? Or do they say, hey, you know, such and such is in the building, now it's a party? It's a difference. It's different. Who are you loving? Do you show love? These are the keys to a strong work ethic. Now, what happens when you find out your purpose and then you start filling your heart with love and you get in the habit of loving people? What happens is, once you start working and you find some area that you can help people in, you find some area that you can be diligent in, now you're going to have a good return. And everyone that has worked with you, that has heard of people that worked with you, that have heard of the things that you've done, has nothing but good to say about it. The only ones that will speak against you is your competition. But if you're smart, you will find out a way to make them your allies. There's two kind of people in this world. I'll make it even simpler. There's two kind of kids on the playground. There's the kid that walks around pushing everyone around. And there's the kid that says, I'm good at math. Now, if that kid that pushes everyone around comes to that kid that says, I'm good at math, physically, that kid's going to win. But 20 years from then, if he keeps that up, he's going to run into a series of guys bigger than him that push people around. Living like this in business, living like this at work, living like this with your family, that's not the way to go. So it's important to have your heart right when you start finding something that you want to do in life. When you find a business that you want to get into, this is what it's all about. Diligence. Diligence is very important. It's very big. If you do anything, you want to do it with diligence. You do anything for anyone, you want to do it with diligence. It's where this person can see you the next day, and they can say, you know what, this guy here, this girl here, they don't give up, they're a go-getter. You could come to work an hour late and leave an hour early. I don't think you'll be working there for much longer if you make that a habit. But then you could be the person that gets there an hour early and leaves an hour late every day. People will be begging to give you a promotion. But see, a person that does that naturally, they have a why. They have a why, and they know their why. So, remember, find out your purpose. Find out your why. Then once you find out your why, find out where you are in your heart and work on it. Use the word, read the word, let the word saturate you. I'm going to tell you a secret. One of those secrets is most of the systems, most of the laws that we live under in this world, they're governed by a higher law, by a higher system. Gravity is governed by a higher law and a higher system, right? Energy, light, these are things that are governed by higher systems. Now, you could use gravity to your advantage, but imagine if you use the system that governs gravity. Imagine that. Imagine what you could do as a pilot. Imagine what you could do even as a driver, as a car driver. Imagine what kind of transportation you could have if you understood a system that was beyond gravity. Now, I know some may be listening saying, all right, this is a lot, this is too much. Bear with me. When you read the word, when you understand things from the Lord, once He speaks to you and He gives you His gravity, whatever system that you're living in, whatever system that you're using, it diminishes. It becomes nothing to you. You think that was a coincidence when Jesus was walking on water? You think He didn't understand physics and gravity? He was dwelling in a system that was higher than the system that we're used to. And now you have a man that's walking on water. Now, am I here trying to encourage you to walk on water? No. But what I am saying is, once you use the word to the best of your advantage, and you let it cleanse your heart, and you live a life of love, and you find out your purpose, you could live a life of diligence that is so powerful that the system this worldly, earthly system, whatever system that you use your diligence in, it will be as if you have some divine knowledge in whatever you do. So I'm going to leave you with that. All right, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Leave all of your comments and questions in the comments section. My email and all of my information is on my channel. So, I'm looking forward to hearing your testimonies. Please leave all questions for anything that you want to hear me talk on. I'm more than happy to speak on those things. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe. God bless and stay wise.